Okay guys, so we've brought you to the park where there is Gallows Hill, where the Pendle witches were hung. So we're going to take a walk up to, that's Ashton Memorial there, and that's where Gallows Hill, apparently according to history, where Gallows Hill was. So we're just going to take a walk up and we'll see. I think there's still some history there, you know, about when the witches were hung. So our Pendle witches, we've been doing the story and some locations recently about them. They were taken from Pendle and they were housed at, it was actually Clitheroe Castle they were housed at for a couple of nights, and then they were taken from there onto Lancaster Castle and they were locked up there for about 4 months, and then they stood trial and they were hung. So what they did was they took them by horse and cart through Lancaster all the way up here to Gallows Hill, and we're going to go right now to the area where the nooses would have been, where our witches met the final end. So around here somewhere will be some huge burial pit for, you know, people that were hung here, not just the witches. There were other, it was quite a popular hanging spot at the time. So, but because this was like a major thing, there was like 12, I think, witches all hung together. It was kind of like went down in history as the biggest witch hunt ever, really, weren't it? Yeah. And then that kicked off other witch hunts around England, didn't it? The South East Anglia area, that was another area where the Manningtree witches trials took place.
That's right, Norfolk.
After the Pendle ones, because it gave them the idea that this is what we'll do to get ourselves famous. Yeah. We'll go and find other witches and we'll hang them, and we'll do the same as they did up at Pendle. So that's the Ashton Memorial up there. Yeah, I think we'll go around the back of it because it looks like some people's having some pictures took at the front, so it could be like a wedding or something. Yeah. This is also supposedly Gallows Hill. So we'll see if we can, what do you think, go up the steps and round?
I think go this way.
You can actually see that from the motorway, guys, if you're driving up past Lancaster to the Lake District. That green domed building is Ashton Memorial, which was built by the family as an observatory, weren't it?
Yeah, I think it's near a sundial.
A sundial? Is that where, up on the top it flattens off, doesn't it? And that's where the witches' hanging area is.
There is a bench there. And there is.
Alright, let's go up these steps then.
Sundial.
No, it might be. Let's have a look. So, yeah, we're doing the Pendle Witch project in stages. We're trying to cover every witch individually, tell you their story, and we're sort of having that edited up with some paranormal footage as well of the Pendle area. And this is where they met the final end at Gallows Hill. And en route from Lancaster Castle, they made 2 stops at 2 different pubs. So we're going to visit those pubs too on this journey through Pendle and Lancaster, where they had one where they had the final meal the night before they were executed, and the second one was where they had the last drink on the way up to the gallows. Yeah, I think it's up there, isn't it? There's a path and then it's, yeah, so let's go up and, yeah. I think back in the day, crowds would have lined the streets watching them being driven up here in a wooden horse and cart. In like a, you know, they used to have like a wooden prison. Is it that bit that flattens out over there? It's over there, isn't it? So that bit that flattens out. So we'll see if there's anything on the ground that tells us anything. But this, Ashton Memorial, was built by the, was it the Ashton family? They called the Ashton family. Yeah. They had this built as like an observatory, you know, for looking at the stars and stuff at night time, and to impress their friends and colleagues and all that. Today it's just part of the park. It's a lovely feature. Lots of people come up to do wedding photos, that kind of thing. Yeah, it is. So this is where it all ended for them. It's a beautiful park now. It reminds me of the one at Highgate Cemetery. Down at Highgate Cemetery. There's a park like this right next to it, isn't there? Yeah. Yeah. There's some kids hanging out over there, but we'll go and have a walk over anyway and see. So that's it. close up. Don't they have a cafe in it and stuff? And they do private weddings and all that, don't they? Should we walk up top there and across?
Oh.
And see if we can get to it that way. Now the clocks are changing, guys. We're going to have late nights, so better for us to do abandoned, better for us to give you some interesting local, you know, history and places to go. So this place is Williamson Park, Lancaster. And if you drive up to the Lake District, you pass that memorial. You can see it from the road. Yeah. They've still got telescopes here now, Luke.
Oh yeah.
It was built for that originally. Because back in them days, it became really popular, didn't it? Hear the footsteps. See? Yeah, it says here about witches. Yeah, witches 400. Because it was the 400th anniversary a few years back in 2012. Yeah, there you go, witches 400. Grim skies, the grey remorse of rain, sunsets crimson shame, 4 seasons, centuries, turning Lancashire. So we have come up to what was Gallows Hill, the hanging area. So we'll just show you guys, there's some kids drinking over there, but we're gonna get as close to we can to the area without. There's like a sundial over there, and that's where we need to be. But it's a popular like meeting spot for kids drinking. So we might get into a scrap with some kids. But I mean, most of the kids we meet on these abandoned missions and stuff they're dead cool and they're really nice, and they usually end up telling you like loads of local stories or ghost stories, or they even give you, you know, tip-offs for other places you can go. So we've never had any problem with kids and stuff like that as yet. A lot of these are from uni anyway, so mostly pretty decent out there. So that's the sundial, so let's go and find a way. That was the hanging area, weren't it?
Yeah.
Where the sundial is.
Yeah.
And you can see the sea in the background there, the beautiful sunset over there, and the sea. Morecambe Bay, where we're heading there later on tonight to do the monastery, the derelict monastery at Heysham again, because the last time we went the weather was against us. And it seems pretty calm tonight, so tonight might be a good night for us to do it. Let's just find a way down. We might have to go back and round, to be fair. Oh no, there's a path here, Andy. We'll go down here and then up to that. The city of Lancaster's over there. There's quite a lot of abandoned in the actual city centre, but because there's cameras everywhere and police everywhere, we have to really leave that until sort of 3 o'clock in the morning if we're going to do it. Like Manchester, we're going to head back to Manchester next week and see if we can get in anywhere. Manchester is really under terrorist alert at the minute, so a lot of the abandoned there has been well sort of sealed up. But you know, we'll try it again and see if we can get in anywhere. In the meantime, yeah, that's sunset over Morecambe Bay. Let's go down here and up. We can get a good picture of that from there.
Oh yeah.
We need to do the thumbnail anyway, so perhaps I'm going to come up and do the thumbnail from here. Get the whole of it in from here. Alright, let's go up to it's a big sundial with some history of the witches. And this is where they, you know, maybe this is where the bodies are, who knows? They were just dumped in a pit. There was no gravestones, nothing like that, not for them. They were classed as like the scum of the earth, so, you know, they were just dumped. And you never know, this might be where their actual bodies are, Andy. Let's go and film that sunset over there, it's beautiful. Can't miss an opportunity like this. I'm going to keep quiet now while we film it. I'll zoom in and show you Lancaster and also the sunset in the background over Morecambe. Lancaster and Morecambe Bay. Beautiful. Alright, I'm just studying the history. Is there any history there? But this is where it was, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anything you want to tell about the witches?
She's listening to everything.
Really? Oh, so just ask if our Pendle witches are present here.
Are you okay with us being here? Day. Day. What do you mean by that, day?
Well, they hung midday. It was midday, I'm sure it was midday when they were hung.
Yeah. Are you okay with us being here? Or is this somewhere you'd rather us not be? It's okay to say. We understand that it's probably quite a traumatic place, I would imagine.
See, but the pit could be right beneath our feet, couldn't it? You know.
Yeah.
And this would have been the last, not the memorial because that wasn't there then, but Morecambe Bay over there would have been the last view they had. Well, this is the view that they would have had for the very last time. Hanging right here. And there would have been crowds of people to jeer at them and everything. Can't imagine it, can you, what it was like? Zoom in again and show you the coast. Right. I'll just do a panoramic view for you. The sunset's lovely tonight. So this would have been the final view before they, departed. All of them hung together. Can't imagine it, can you? All the crowds cheering and people throwing stuff and buying souvenirs. That's the hills of the Lake District in the background just coming into view there. Yeah. It's a popular hanging out spot in it for kids and stuff, teenagers and what have you.
Oh yeah.
But we're going to come up and do the paranormal, aren't we? And we've got to finish the rest of our Pendle series yet. We've recorded 3 parts with 3 paranormals for editing, and we've another 3 or 4 parts to do yet. This is going to be the final work bit, so we just thought we'd come up by daytime. So when we do the paranormal at night, you guys can see.
Give us a sign. What kind of sign are you going to give us? Sign. You're going to give us a sign. What kind of sign?
Keep an eye on the clouds, because before up here they've seen like witches on broomsticks appearing in the clouds, aren't they? Like forming a pattern. Yeah. Someone took a picture, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
And it looked like a witch on a broomstick.
Yeah.
The way the cloud had formed.
Yeah. Yeah, people have.
On the anniversaries and things like that, so.
Yeah, people have. Among. Sign.
Sign?
Among.
Maybe they're going to leave us a sign up here somewhere. Because this is actually, all this ground is where the gallows, the executioner's gallows would have been. And to do like a dozen at once would have been a massive thing. Because you probably get maybe three at most for one session. But what used to happen, I think I explained to you last week about the court circuit, is when the judge used to leave London, go up to York, go up to Newcastle, go up to Edinburgh, go across to Glasgow, come back down to Carlisle, come back down to Lancaster, go down to Manchester and then head off down the south. So they were called circuit judges and they used to travel around the country. So they'd probably come here twice a year. So because the witches were arrested in April, the judges weren't due till August, so they were in prison for 4 months.
helped me. Satanic. What do you mean by that?
Well, we did that cleansing, didn't we, at Pendle in the quarry?
You've helped me, Satanic.
Yeah, we did the cleansing at Pendle Hill.
What do you mean by that? Can you let me know what you mean by that? You've helped me, Satanic.
I think it's because we did
Buzzing.
We did the cleansing in the quarry, didn't we?
Yeah.
But don't forget,
yeah, we did.
This weekend is the anniversary of them being arrested.
Yeah.
Good Friday.
Yeah, yesterday, yeah.
So it's exactly
Buzzing.
412 years since they got arrested. Look at this sunset coming up now. Coming up? It doesn't come up, does it? It goes down. We're a bit confused, guys. We're going to New Zealand later on in the year and we think everything's in reverse already. Let's film that sunset. I think we get opportunities like this. Break away from the abandoned and film something picturesque. For a change, look at that. We're lucky as that. We're just in the right place at the right time. It's Easter and this is the first of many sunsets. Not sunrises, sunsets. Yeah, look at that. That's Morecambe Bay, guys. It's like a UFO, doesn't it? Even the sky's changing colour. Yeah, so we're going to New Zealand later on this year, guys. So everything's going to be topsy-turvy with the times for us then anyways. Yeah, so Gallows Hill. So when we come up at night to do the paranormal, people know, can see it by day where it is. Yeah. We said we was going to give you some picturesque views, get away from the abandon. I mean, we love doing the abandon, we really do, but sometimes you've got to come out for a breather, aren't you? Because you're just literally swallowing dust in half of these places. But yeah, we had twice now, we've almost got thrown out. But what happens in it? Goes with the territory, doesn't it? No, you were nice. Yeah, the last thing we just filmed, guys, that we just put on was abandoned farm Lancaster. Did we get thrown out? Well, he didn't throw us out. We just said it's not my farm, and we said, oh well, we'll leave then in that case, and he was okay. He was cool about it. You always find sometimes if you just chat to people, you know, they're okay.
Trying to get him in trouble, that's all.
Well, he was looking for his boss, weren't he?
He was looking for somebody,
and we didn't want to
put it on and people start going, then
yeah,
he's going to get in trouble if it comes, oh, he let us have a look round. Do you know what I mean?
So whilst we're on, big shout out to all of our subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
And thanks for following our channel, and thanks for watching us.
And anybody new watching, make sure you subscribe.
Subscribe and like.
Yeah.
And anybody who doesn't like us, bog off and watch someone else's channel. That stands for buy one get one free, by the way. You did know that, didn't you? Buy one get one free. Nah, yeah, you always get a few hate comments, don't you, when you're doing a YouTube channel? It's to be expected.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid with us they get it back, so bring it on. Bring it on. Let's go back to the sunset now in a minute.
Oh yeah.
Not film this couple trying to get down the embankment, because if someone goes spread eagled, like it's normally me, but maybe someone else for a change. I think it'll be a good view of the Lake District and everything here, to be fair, from these trees. Yeah, let's get over here and show you again this amazing view. Zoom in again and show you the lakes. You can see all the Lake District from here. I'm going to zoom in and give you a panoramic before we walk back and switch it off. Alright, so we've got sunset over Morecambe Bay. That's all Morecambe Bay. And that coming into view there that's the Lake District. All the Lake District hills at the back there. And it's just an amazing sunset tonight. We just happened to be here at the right time. Yeah, didn't we just happen to be here at the right time?
Just yeah. That's what you get. It's a clear day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know I keep zooming in, I don't want you guys to get travel sick, but I have to film it, it's just... So Haitian Monastery is like down that way, innit? to the left of the sunset, and that's where we're going to head to later when it goes dark, so we can see if we can do a bit of paranormal up there, because they've got like stone coffins and things like that there. Alright, so I'm going to end it there, guys, and then we'll see you Carnforth and Morecambe Bay.